Packers, Thursday night, week 2. That's actually my birthday. Then we know Bears, Monday nighter, week 6. The Hail Mary goes from afternoon to prime time. We've known the Madrid, the Dolphins game for some time. Then listen to this last 3, Toby. Goodness gracious. Eagles at home, Cowboys at home, at Philly to close it out.
That's just insane. Someone on here has Giants in week 15 at the Giants. So you're going to go 4 straight division opponents?
Who are you getting that from?
That's on the ProGrid, your thing, progrid.org. I don't know who.
Well, I'm telling you, I think the entire Giants schedule has leaked.
Yeah, it is on here.
Yeah.
So you're finishing the year at New York.
4 straight NFC East games.
That's insane. So the only NFC East game that we don't know at this point is when they go to Dallas. That's it, right?
And I'm guaranteeing you that when they go to Dallas, that will be a Sunday afternoon Fox game of the week. Yeah, I'm reporting that, telling you. So I think that'll probably have to be mid-October.
Yeah, somewhere in there.
Gosh, 4 straight NFCs to close it out.
It's just wild to me. 2 of the final 3 weeks are against Philadelphia. That can either be a good thing or a bad thing. That's one of the best teams in the league. That's probably someone you're fighting for the top of the division. So if you're 2 games back, you could easily still come back and win the NFC East. You could also bury yourself. So those are difficult games.
Yeah, I mean, there's in the attrition on every NFL roster by the time you get to that point of the year. Let's see what Rusty thinks of the schedule so far. Rusty, the Commanders got the Bears on Monday night, and they play 4 straight NFC East games to close out the year. What do you think?
I absolutely love it. I don't even care that we play 4 straight division games to end it. I think that just makes it for must-see TV or must-see attendance. But I will let you guys know I'm already 2,700 deep on that Green Bay trip without the tickets coming out. So Jackson and I will be at Lambeau Field.
You spent $2,700 already to go to Green Bay without tickets?
Flights and hotels.
Are you flying private and staying at the Ritz? That sounds like a lot of money for 2 people to get to Green Bay, dog.
Well, we're going to stay until Monday.
Okay.
You're going from Wednesday to Monday?
Going from Thursday morning to Monday, yeah.
May I ask why? Have you ever been to Green Bay?
Because I want to.
I mean this the best possible way. When there's not football going on, I'm not sure that Green Bay has a lot to offer.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot around Green Bay.
So on Sunday, we'll find somewhere fun to watch a bunch of football at, and we'll make it a trip for me and my oldest son, who loves football as well. It's a football town. We'll visit anything that we can do that relates to football.
If you like golf, there's good golf in the area.
Yeah, well, a 10-year-old's probably not the best golfer, but on the football field, he's pretty nice.
There is good golf. All right, bro. Well, that's great. You better.
Yeah.
Lambeau's a blast. It's so much fun.
We're super excited. We had this planned out. We were going to either Green Bay or Kansas City. We just weren't going to go after November 1st because of the cold ass weather.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Thanks, Rusty. Take care, bud.
Yeah.
Jeffrey. I'm going to check in with the Chief Commander fan who is making it known that he's getting to Madrid one way or another.
You can hop on Rooster's paddle boat over there.
Jeffrey, how do you feel about the Commanders finishing the season with 4 straight NFC East games?
I'm not even worried, JP. I'm not worried. We handle business. We control our fate. I love to see Philly at the end of the season. You know why? We spank them, give them something to look forward to if we meet them again in an NFC championship game.
We saw how that turned out last year.
I love Jeff's irrational confidence.
Right?
Hey, it's a new season. Anything can happen this year.
Valid.
We watched us go from picking second to picking 29.
Mm-hmm.
We watched the Hail Mary last year. We watched the Commanders beat the Eagles after turning the ball over 5 times. We never know what we're going to see this season.
That's true. I like the confidence, though. I mean, the thing is, that's the team you have to beat, and I think they've done a good job of at least trying to bridge the gap as much as they could in one offseason. I think they did it differently than a lot of us would have done it if we were in Adam Peters' shoes, but I think he did it smartly because you watched the Super Bowl last year. It's what I think is kind of funny about how the offseason progresses, JP, is if you watch the Super Bowl, what were we saying the week after that? Well, you got to build the offensive line because look at how poorly KC played up front, and then they draft offensive line, and people are like, why didn't we think of that? I was like, well, I mean, that's exactly what they're so good at. So I think they've done a good job of that. And also, too, it's not just Philadelphia. You face a team in week 1 that now has Abdul Carter, Brian Burns, Kayvon Thibodeau, Dexter Lawrence, and there's another team in the division with Micah Parsons. So having a better offensive line this year, I think, gives you just even more confidence going into the year.
I think the game I'm most excited for is definitely Dallas on Christmas Day.
Oh, yeah.
Will you be there?
Yeah, our fam, we made it a thing. They was there last year for the game. We made it a thing that we're going to go.
Is your dad a Cowboy fan?
No, my granddad is.
Okay.
Yeah, and with his health and stuff, we was like, we're going to start hitting these Cowboys Commanders games. So for this one to be on Christmas, this is going to be a perfect timing.
The flip side, honestly, of the Chris Russell, what Chris seems to lack awareness of, many, many, many things. But like
he does.
Nobody wants to hear the media complain about their job. Period. Because a lot of people wish they had the media job. Like complaining about, like I'll complain on the text thread about driving home from Raleigh and stuff, but like publicly, I try not to do it. I'm sure I do. I complain about a lot of things. But for a lot of people, that Cowboys Commanders game will be the whole family's going to go.
It's going to shut the city down for sure.
Yo, it's not like, oh man, now my family doesn't get to I don't get to hang out with my family. It's my whole family's going to watch this together or go to the game together and enjoy it.
And we're competing.
Yes, it's going to be now centered around that, right? Like you're going to come over and open gifts. You're going to eat. Why? Because you're going to get ready for 1:00 to watch the Commanders and the Cowboys. So I think that is missing the point a little bit. I think for so many people, that's going to be a marquee matchup, regardless of how you generally feel about holidays. I think at that time of the year, you're going to understand where you're at. It could be a huge division battle in terms of who's going to win the NFC East. Could be playoff positioning on the line at that point as well. So, yeah, I think it's going to be a real fun one.
Landfill, how you feel about the schedule? 4 straight games to close out the year.
I like it. I think they'll probably matter. At least the Commanders-Eagles games will, because they're going to be in contention. And then I guess division games are tiebreakers, so that's cool too. I like that we're going to get to humiliate the Bears on Monday Night Football again. I hate their fans, and I'm tired of it.
The Bears really need to relax.
Yeah, they do.
Like, what are you mad about?
They're mad that they had the first overall pick, but they took the second best quarterback. That's what they're mad about. They're mad that they made a bad decision.
Might not even be the second best.
We didn't do that. We didn't make you take Caleb Williams. You could have drafted Jaden. He was available to you. Don't blame us for it.
Yeah, I think it's probably just a frustration at their front office. And two, like Ben Johnson, I think he's a good play caller, but he has a little bit of that edge and subtle shots at people in the media too. He does a little bit of that. I think generally he's having fun with it, but it is little jabs here and there. So I think now that's going to fit right in with them.
Yep. Make sure we get Adam back on the show too.
Adam Rank.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, maybe we try to book that for next week or something. So as of now, we know a Thursday night game in Green Bay against the Packers. In my defense, by the way, I asked for calls and then you guys locked the lines. So that's why there aren't calls. But I lock them back up because in 4 minutes we got to press a button for you know what. Jeff's long fingers. Somebody snuck in though. Jeff, answer that young man or person, human, and see if they're calling about the NFL schedule or if they're just trying to jump the gun on the damn Caps tickets. How wild was that Josh Harris won the tickets?
It's insane.
Who knew?
He's a diehard Caps fan, apparently.
Dude.
Despite owning another NHL franchise.
I think it should also be noted, Toby, that I've been trying to get you to one of the, like, to be somebody's +1.
I do appreciate that.
Would you go on a blind date to a Caps game?
Absolutely.
With a dude?
Yeah, why not?
All right, cool. We learned something about Toby there.
Give me free tickets.
All right. If anybody wants somebody to take to the Caps game, Toby's available. Now, do you not have 8 baseball games to watch tomorrow night?
No, I mean, the Nats will be done. They play at 12:15 tomorrow or whatever.
Shout out to a daytime Nets game. I don't know how it hasn't rained in Atlanta when it's done nothing but rain here. But whatever. No complaints on that. White Brian, as our resident Giants fan, the Commanders will host the Giants week 1. Then the Commanders play the Giants again week 15. The dates are September 7th and then December 14th. By my math, that's 3 months difference. Who starts for the Giants at quarterback week 1 and who starts for the Giants at quarterback week 15?
Jameis Winston week 1. Jackson Dart week 15.
I don't quite get the Jameis thing, but I definitely think Jackson Dart starts the second game. I don't think there's any question that happens. Now, here's the question. Is Brian Daboll still coaching the team in week 15?
Yeah, they're going to be in first place in the NFC East.
Hold on, White Brian. You just, I'm gonna be honest. I was a little distracted there, but you brought me right back in. Give me the scenario upon which the Giants win the NFC East.
Jameis Winston throws for 5,000 yards. Malik Neighbors wins Offensive Rookie of the Year, and the defensive line covers up everything else wrong with the defense.
It's his second season.
Offensive Player of the Year.
Oh,
okay.
What in that scenario with Jameis going for 5K? How many receiving yards does Malik Neighbors have?
Probably 3,000 at least.
How does it make you feel that Malik Neighbors would rather be here in Washington anyways with Jaden?
Not great.
That White Brian legitimately lives in a world of fan fiction.
Yeah, 3,000 yards for Neighbor. I love it. Delusional Giants fan. I get it. Because really, that's the only way you can have faith as a Giants fan right now.
Who do you think is still employed by the Giants by week 15?
I know a guy who's not.
Who's that?
Saquon Barkley.
Oh, and that decision might impact some other people's.
Yeah, I think this has got to be the end of the road for Shane and Daboll, right? Like, that's got to be it. I just don't see that unless Jackson Dart is somehow incredible to end the season, and I don't see that. I don't see any way that they're back next year, which is just a terrible cycle, by the way, to draft a quarterback and then bring in a new coach, a new GM.
Yeah, I wonder if Shane Ride gets to stick it out. I'm telling you, when you first start hearing the little divide, like we even heard it with the Niners, which I think is crazy, but there was that Michael Silver story about Kyle Lynch and ownership didn't want to pay. Who's a receiver that we had to deal with his Instagram all last year? Why am I blanking on the guy's name? Ayuk. Like that Kyle made them pay, and when you start to hear that, when shifting of the tectonic plates, Toby. Oh, White Brian, I've got other good news for you. It's been brought to my attention that the Giants have the hardest schedule in the NFL this season. So you might need 6,000 yards from Jameis Winston, man.
He can do it.
He definitely can, but there's going to be like 35 interceptions.
What does Cam Scattaboo go for in your fan fiction alternate reality?
Tyrone Tracy and Scattaboo both have 1,100 rushing yards.
Well, that's a little more reasonable.
Yeah, just two running backs with 1,100 yards. That sounds about right.
Do you think Scattaboo is actually going to be good?
He runs tough, man. He runs tough.
I mean, he's hard to tackle, but he doesn't have that breakaway speed. So maybe he's just going to be a solid 4 or 5 a pop guy. I don't know that he ever breaks long touchdowns like he was able to at Arizona State, but it'd be interesting to see. I'm intrigued. I wouldn't have taken him personally, but I'm intrigued.
Certainly intrigued. I know something intriguing. I don't know if you're aware of this. Maybe I already said this on the radio. I don't know. Krosky Merritt, the 7th rounder, prefers to go by Bill.
Yeah. Lil Bill.
Bill Krosky Merritt. Not Jacory. Bill. Not Billy. Bill.
I like
not
it.
Will. Not Willie. Not Gilly. Bill.